How the Web Became Unreadable.
Well, I can't read it, so.
Yeah, and then you've just got like, get unlimited wired access, subscribe, we care about your privacy, please accept our cookies covering the entire screen, get wired access for just not $10, $5 per, and it's just like, you can just about see the title and some blank space, but the rest of the screen is covered up with just shit.
Yeah.
So this is such a long ass screenshot too. Like someone's actual phone, no one's phone screen is in that aspect ratio. No, so there were more ads that had to be like shoved into the screenshot. Yeah. So that, like you couldn't even see this much of the web page on a phone. It would be more ads.
So
it's astonishing to me how bad this has gotten because like I was just trying to pull up like a New York Times article last night. Every New York Times article is behind a paywall. Yeah. Every single one.
Same thing with the Times here. And with there's one other publication that does it regularly. I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, that's it's pretty bad. So I'll try and talk about some of this because tech is also an interest of mine. These sites used to benefit from ads. I think that is a slowly waning market with the adoption of adblock, and that is because again. Go back to the same Gabe Newell quote about piracy. It's a service problem. If you make the ads too annoying, then you influence people to block them. If the ads were just simple PNGs, as they were 20 years ago, I don't think almost anyone would bother with ad block. There wouldn't be anywhere near as much development in it. And now that YouTube has started fucking around with ad blockers are going to become way more powerful. You have no idea what kraken you've just unleashed, Google, by doing that, by the way. And so so websites like this have to start relying on other means. You've seen the fucking Wikipedia spam about please give us money. Like I get it. Yeah,
but please.
I get it, but it's fucking annoying. And ultimately there is no solution to it being fucking annoying. People are going to block it. People are going to ignore it. People are going to find a way around it. So sites like this, they have to use different business models. And this is, to some extent, I do prefer a world where you are not the product. Even if you have to pay, you pay for the service and then you get the service and you use the service. That's at least a more sort of direct and upfront world than the world in which you are the product and corporations just sell access to you between each other. That's kind of nasty, even though it is free to you. And some things can work with that business model. I'm not sure it is the future. The subscribe thing is similar. They want your email address so that not so that they can sell it to China. It's not so that you can get random shitty marketing on your email address because that's illegal. Like big sites aren't going to do that. If they have a privacy policy, they're not allowed to do that. Some sites will, but the big sites, the ones that are under the microscope almost certainly won't. They just want to be able to send you their newsletter so you can click on it and go to their site. So you see the email, so you get a notification about it. So you go to their site, more likely to pay for their thing. It's perfectly understandable. If I ran a blog, I probably would try and do the same thing.
No.
Getting someone's email address, like knowing that someone's email address belongs to a person that's interested in a particular kind of content is very valuable information.
Yeah, I had a company reach out to me a couple of months ago. And they wanted me to do this, essentially. They were like, we want you to just make a blog, and all you have to do is just post your videos on it. You don't post anything else. So we can sell ads on it. And we can put it on our website. And I was like, no. I'm not, first of all, I'm not doing this shit. Like, look, I'll take an ad for a product, okay? If I think the product is all right or whatever. And first of all, I have shilled for mobile games. But they were games that I was like, they're fine. I've never showed for a game I haven't actually played, at least for a little bit, because I wouldn't do that. It's like, whatever. If the game seems fine, if the game is full of microtransactions, I won't do it because I had some companies reach out to me and like, I loaded up. I'm like, holy shit, this is a nightmare. No, thank you. But it's the same thing where, and it's actually this one. Yeah, I have showed for Raid Shadow Legends. I like Raid Shadow Legends, and I will not denounce it. I actually, unironically, think that game is fine. It is. Don't like that face at me.
I haven't played it. I don't know, but the amount they spam the adverts, I find it hard to believe that it's actually a good game.
It's not a good game.
Raid Shadow Legends get more advertising from being a meme for how aggressively they sponsored YouTubers than they did actual YouTuber advertising.
It's a genius marketing scheme, by the way. Credit to them, but I don't know if it's a good game.
Oh yeah, it's guerrilla beyond guerrilla marketing.
I'll tell you straight up. Okay, so I probably can't disclose the exact amount, so I won't. But I have played Raid. It's fine. They've sponsored me twice. Raid Shadow Legends pays 10 times what every single other advertiser pays. And just to give you an idea, my average advertiser pays me about between $500 and $1,000. Raid pays 10 times that. That's why people take Raid sponsorships. Okay, it's not. Also, Raid's not terrible. It's just like I don't know. And I think they're probably done. So they haven't contacted me in like a year. I think their game's probably over. Well, they're probably gonna make Raid 2 or something now, I guess. That being said, though, I had this company kept telling me like, no, you have to make a site so that we can do this stuff. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to make some web page that's full of ads that's unreadable. That's hilarious, though. This is very funny. Screenshot.
Yes, there's more as well. Thank you, RSL, who says, anyway, next topic, let's talk about the sponsor for today's Cabal livestream, Raid Shadow Legends. No.
Hey, Raider, good to work with.
Fair enough. No, I'm not knocking that. And again, from a marketing perspective, genius strategy. I expect it's worked well for them. I don't want to say I hope it works well for them because I don't know who's behind it, but I have no idea if the game is any good. So what I want to say is that when it comes to sponsorships, I'm averse to the idea. However, I will, I think, take a sponsor from a product I already use and like, that I've already stated publicly that I use and like. If Monster Energy wants to sponsor me, sure, fucking go for it. Because I have been drinking it for years and everyone knows I already like it. So my impartiality is at least in much less question. You know, the question of, well, does he still like it? Yeah, but, you know, I've liked it for quite a while, so I don't think it's in question. Same thing with, like, any software that I use. That will be my general policy. But other than that, I'm not interested. I'd rather be audience-funded. I do often relish in rejecting sponsorships, though I don't get many offers these days, after my YouTube channel with 20,000 subscribers got leaked.
Yeah, that would happen. But there are, you know, I get them all the time. I get them from, like, but by that I mean, I get weird offers all the time where I'm like, no, fuck you. Like, this is some weird ass shit trying to sell crazy, I don't know, whatever the fuck. The only offers I'll take are legitimate ones, and from things that I if it's a game, I have to play the game. I won't take it without playing the game. If it's most of my sponsors are from VPNs, to be fair, and I use all of them.
I'm behind 8 proxies.
I am. I'm behind 8 proxies. No, I mean, I would also, if you asked me honestly which my favorite one is, I would tell you, which is Surfshark. Surfshark has been my longest sponsor, but it's not why they're my favorite. It's my favorite VPN. Private Nerd Access is pretty good. Nord's the worst out of them. That's why I don't work with Nord so much anymore.
Interesting.
I don't like Nord. Comparatively to the other two, no. I mean, Nord's fine. It does the job. Nord's fine in that way, but out of the other two, compared to the other two, Surfshark's by far my favorite. That's why I continue to work with Surfshark, because it's my favorite VPN. They work better. It's better integrated.
Telling me the 2-minute integrated internet historian ad skit thing lied to me about the effectiveness of NordVPN.
No, it works. Nord does what it does, but Nord is slower, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I don't dislike Nord. But yeah, by the way, like I think I've probably already broken my deals with Nord because I've talked shit about them. I said I like some of their other stuff because they have these Nord Locker stuff and other things that they do that are outside of their VPN that are fine. But out of all the VPNs I've shilled for, and I have shilled, obviously, Nord's my least favorite. I'd say PIA and Surfshark are better. Just my opinion. Just my opinion.
As an amendment to my previous, at least stated policy on sponsorships, obviously I would also only take sponsorships that did not impose any standards on what I can say.
Oh yeah. VPN. That's the other reason why VPNs are like really good sponsors, because they usually don't give a fuck.
Fair enough. All right. The last thing I wanted to say about this, and I've said this before, so I'll do it quickly, is that the thing in the middle with cookies, that is not their fault. The EU, in their infinite wisdom, and not every one of their policies is wrong, that was never the argument, but this one certainly is, decided that everyone has to consent to cookies. Now, cookies are harmless little bits of information that sites can put on your computer to know which person you are when you come back. You can easily delete them whenever you want, but most people don't. Now, people might find this to be a privacy violation, and obviously it's more about the people that don't know what cookies are and don't know how to delete them that would be defended by a policy that tries to attack this issue. But they also don't know what cookies are to know what to say to this. So all that this has done is put a pointless request on every web page, which all the pages have to implement themselves, which just blocks the page and gets in the way. I have an extension which just auto clicks through it. It's just a waste of power. It just produces heat from the computer for no reason. I'm actually happy with cookies. I don't mind any site putting cookies on the PC. It's barely a privacy concern at all. And if you don't like it, configure it in your browser. That's where this should have been done. It should have been browser level. It would be almost trivial for browsers to make it configurable to either allow or disallow sites by default to put cookies on your machine. But for some fucking reason, the EU law essentially makes it so that websites have to implement their own boxes to confirm or deny this. It is one of the most harmful laws I've seen against the internet in years. It's so stupid. And that's why they appear. It's not the website's fault. They have to do it if they want to operate in the EU.